Halloween night, the original invasion.
Incredible as it may seem, both the observations of science and the evidence of our eyes lead to the inescapable assumption that those strange beings who landed in the Jersey farmlands tonight are the vanguard of an invading army from the planet Mars.
Orson Welles and his Mercury Theater's adaptation of the H.G. Wells classic War of the Worlds moved into modern America.
8 Army bombers in engagement with enemy tripod machines over Jersey Flats. Engines incapacitated by heat ray. All crashed. 1 enemy machine destroyed.
The 87-year-old classic restored for your listening enjoyment.
Now they're lifting their metal hands. This is the end now.
Orson Welles' War of the Worlds, Friday night at 6:05 on KELY.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Tune in this afternoon at 3 right here where Nevada comes to talk. Now more of your morning with Wyatt Cox.
And it is Devil's Night, National Candy Corn Day, National Text Your X Day, 30th day of October. The president saying it's time for America to restart nuclear weapons testing. And it is about strength, deterrence, and keeping pace with global threats. For more than 30 years, U.S. has relied on computer modeling to maintain its nuclear arsenal. The president says that's not enough, announcing plans for a new era of testing to ensure the safety and credibility of America's nuclear deterrent. This comes as Russia, China, North Korea continue to expand and test their own nuclear-capable weapons. Moscow unveiling new nuclear-powered missiles and underwater drones. Beijing building hundreds of new missile silos. North Korea preparing to launch another long-range missile test. On Truth Social, the president says he's directing the Department of War to restart testing on an equal basis with other nations, calling it a matter of national defense and fairness. Now, this is an overdue move. It really is. Other nations test openly, but we have self-imposed our pause, and it puts our stockpile at a disadvantage and weakening its leverage at the global table. Restarting controlled tests would strengthen national security, reassuring allies and sending a clear message to Russia, China, and North Korea. The move is overdue. It really is. The U.S. last conducted any kind of nuclear test in 1992 at the Nevada National Security Site. And I know we have a lot of downwinders here who were affected by those tests before we really knew what nuclear testing would do. I mean, in the 1950s, you do know in the 1950s, Las Vegas casinos advertised the ability to watch the test from our hotel. They did. And it was, people didn't know. People did not know the effects of those tests. And by the way, to those people who say, well, you're not, yeah, I am affected. Because a lot of people don't know that where I am in Kansas was in one of those corridors where the trade winds carried right into the heart of Kansas, and a ton of my relatives died of cancer, including relatives who had no effects that might make it happen. Every one of my uncles and aunts and virtually all of my cousins have suffered from one form of cancer or another. So we understand. But it is not about escalation. It's about being prepared and remaining prepared. If Russia and China and North Korea continue to expand the arsenals, and for the sake of deterrence, we got to do something. And this is where the president has it right. We're not attempting to cause war. But we're attempting to control war. That's the most important thing. By the way, we did just get something in from House Speaker Mike Johnson talking about the New York City mayor's race. And it gives you an idea of how far to the left the Democrat Party has gone. Listen to this.
Mondami winning New York City would be the biggest win for the Marxists, the socialists, in the history of this country. We have, to this point, in nearly 250 years, been able to hold off those kinds of ideas. We've been able to cling to the foundational principles of America, the ideas of individual freedom and limited government and the rule of law and peace through strength and fiscal responsibility and free markets and human dignity. All those things are in jeopardy when the Marxists take over. And it's the clearest sign yet that the Democrats' radical Marxist wing is winning the battle for control of their party.
And that's the biggest issue here. Those people who want to criticize Republicans need to point out, look at what the Democrats are doing and how far to the extreme left they're going. Speaking of the extreme left, don't get me wrong, Billie Eilish makes some reasonably good music. But should she be criticizing those hardworking people who generate money and make the country continue to roll?
Mark Zuckerberg was in the house when Billie Eilish called out billionaires as she accepted the Wall Street Journal magazine's Innovator Award.
Love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me.
The 23-year-old Grammy winner said these are dark times, and people need empathy and help more than ever.
If you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? No hate, but give your money away, shorties.
Other audience members say the Facebook founder did not clap along with everyone else. Forbes ranks Zuckerberg the third richest person in the world with a net worth of about $257 billion. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News, New York.
Point out that a number of these people do give away a lot of their money. Birthdays today include the Fonz, Henry Winkler, 80 years old today. Kevin Pollak, 68. The president's daughter, Ivanka Trump, 44. Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, is 86 years old today. Eagles bassist Timothy Schmidt, 78. Ashley Graham. And I'm sorry, she's a little large, but you know what? She's gorgeous. 38. Harry Hamlin from L.A. Law and Mad Men is 74 today. And the former Mr. Gwen Stefani, Gavin Rossdale, the lead singer for Bush, is 58 today. I wish I had time. Well, I'll tell this story real quick. A Detroit police officer showing up for Zoom court hearing, sitting on his sofa, wearing his uniform blues, his badge, and no pants. I mean, you know, you're doing Zoom, you're tempted, but just, you know, make sure you're careful about that. Bill O'Reilly is next. Steve Kathan with CBS News, and we're back tomorrow morning at 8:05. Have yourself a great day, won't you please?
Now just go away.